Welcome back to Python Basic series. Today we are going to see Python basic data types, strings, sets and tuples. And without further ado, let's get straight to the video. Welcome to ASA Learning. And now let's see some examples for strings, tuples and sets. We are going to see one by one, so stay with me till the end of the video. In Python, anything within the quotes is a string. So if I give ASA here, this means this is a string. And do note that the string can contain the alphabets as well as numbers. In Python, you can also create a string using single quotes. So in single quotes, you can have your string. So even this is a string. And it is advisable to use double quotes because if I open single quotes and I am stating a statement such as I am Abhishek, and this will throw you an error because this is an apostrophe but it treats as the end of the string. In order to avoid this, you can use double quotes to create a string in Python. In Python, we do have integers, float, boolean and complex numbers. We will see one by one, and do note that there is no variable declaration in Python. So I will give a equals 1. So we can check the data type of a here, give type of a. So this will return you, it is an integer data type. So if I just mention in double quotes, this will return you, it is a string data type. If I give 1.5, it will give it as float data type. And for boolean, you have to give true or false, and do note that the T and F should be caps. So if I give true here, it returns me it is a boolean data type. In Python, you can also create complex numbers. So this means this is the real part and this is the imaginary part. So if I check the data type of a now, it should give me complex. So this is a complex number, and you can also retrieve real part and imaginary part separately. So if we give a dot real, and we can also retrieve the imaginary part as well. So this will return me real and imaginary part separately. Let's create a string a. So if I want to retrieve the first index, all I have to do is open square braces and give the index value. So this will return me the first letter from our string. So if I give 1, and it will return me yes. So if I give 2, it will again return me the third index. But do note that the string is immutable, so you cannot replace a value in this string. So if I try to replace a value, it will tell me the string does not support item assignment, which means string is immutable. And the string slicing is almost similar to the list slicing. If you want to see the list operations, you will get the pop-up above from the Python basic series in ASA Learning channel. And for string slicing, if you want to retrieve all the elements after the index 1, so you can specify 1 colon. So this should return me from the index 1 to the end. So this returns me SA. Let's give learning here. So if I want to print only the learn part, so the index starts from 0, 1, 2 and 3. So this is the 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7. So I need to give till 8. Give 3 is to 8. So I need to print the learn part here. To reverse a string, it is again the same concept which we followed in list operations. Again, let's consider a equals Python. I need to select all and give -1. So this will reverse my entire string. So here Python has been reversed. And now what if you want to go stepwise? For example, you want to print P, T and O. So if you want to print only these 3, you can go stepwise by 2. So I will give it as 2. So it will only print stepwise. And do note that you can also reverse this by giving -2, which gives you N, H and Y. And for string operations, you have lot of check methods. For example, if you give .is, you can check whether the string is alphanumeric, whether it is only alpha, whether it's an ASCII, whether it is an decimal digit. So all these things will return you a boolean value, either true or false. And for example, let's check whether the string is in lowercase. So I should give is lower. So this should return me true because my string contains everything in lowercase. And now let's get a location of a particular letter. So if you want to get a location of T, you need to give a dot find. With this, it will return you the index value of T. So the index value of T is 2 because the index starts from 0. So 0, 1 and 2. And this find method will be useful in many cases. And now let's consider the string B, which says subscribe to the channel and ding dong the bell icon. And I hope you will do it. And now let's get count of a particular letter. If you want to get count of N in this entire string, all you have to do is B dot, you have count method. And here you need to specify which letter you want the count of. I want for N. So this will return me how many times N has repeated in this entire string. So it has repeated 6 times. And what if you want to get the complete length of the string? It is again simple. All you have to call length of b, which will return you the complete length of your string, which is 52, including the spaces. And do note that there are other string methods. If you give b.tab, you will get all these methods. You can just explore each one of them, and all these methods are self-explanatory. And now let's see tuples. Now to create a tuple in Python, you have to open the normal braces and give your values here. So I'm giving 1, 2, 3. The tuple is immutable, which is the major difference between a tuple and a list, and everything else is same. So you cannot change the order of a tuple and cannot change the value of a particular index in a tuple. So if I give type of the above variable, so this is a tuple. If you create it with square braces, it is a list. So if you create it with a normal braces, it is a tuple and it is ordered and immutable. So this is the major difference between a tuple and a list. Let's check its immutable property. And now what if I want to change the value in the index 1? So I will give it as 6. So I'm trying to replace 2 with 6. Let's see what happens. So it throws me an error similar to string, where tuple object does not support item assignment, which is nothing but it is an immutable object. So you cannot change the values of a tuple. A set is an unordered collection of unique elements. To create a set in Python, all you have to give is set of your variable name. So I have created ASA list, which contains all these elements, but you can note that 3 is repeated and 10 is also repeated twice. So what if I convert this to a set, and if I print it, it should give me only the unique elements, and these repeated ones will be eliminated. So to create a set, let's name this set as ASA set equal to set of the above variable name. And now let me print the created set. So if I run this cell, it will return me in the flower braces only the unique elements that are present. So this is a major difference between a set and a list, and we have also seen the difference between a list and a tuple. If you want to see list, dictionary, condition statements, all the videos are already available, so you will get the pop-up above of the playlist. A quick recap: we have seen the string examples, integer, float, boolean, and how to create complex numbers, string indexing and slicing, all the other check methods, and the methods like find, count, length, etc. And we have also seen how to create tuple in Python and its immutable property. And finally, we have seen about sets in Python. I hope you find this video useful. Do give a like, comment your queries below. I'll try to answer all your queries. And do check out list, dictionary, iterations, and other Python basic series videos. Playlist link is given in the description below. And don't forget to subscribe to ASA Learning and hit that bell icon. See you all in the next video. Take a pound.